welcome to another Four Brown Chicks segment. Today we are premiering our new segment, which is based in music called Listen Up. All four of the Brown Chicks are avid music listeners and fans, so this is super exciting to us. I hope you guys enjoy this segment. And as always, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, like our content, and share it with your friends, family, members, and countrymen, whatever you got to do. So this week on Listen Up, we will be discussing the Grammys and just the list of snubs and nominations for the 2021 Grammys. I'm not sure if you guys looked at any of the nominations. The top three nominations, of course, number one was Beyonce, and then following short behind her was Taylor Swift and Dua Lipa. And then we have a long list of snubs. No nominations for The Weeknd, no nominations for Summer Walker, none for Tiana Taylor, no nominations for Pop Smoke, which his music was raved and ranted on since it was released, and even before the album released, everybody was, playing his hits. And then, of course, I at least wanted to see some type of tribute, like for Pop Smoke, for some of the other people that passed away this year, and there was no mention of it. So I'm interested to hear what you guys' thoughts are.
Well, the Grammys always get a bad rep for the lack of representation into their awards. So that's one. So I'm not that surprised. I am disappointed though, especially for like their R&B category. I can't even remember who was actually nominated, but the people who were supposed to be shouldn't have been, weren't. Like Summer Walker, me and her got an interesting relationship, but when it comes down to the music, that album was bomb. Like I played that album consistently, consecutively. Like it definitely should have been nominated for something. Tiana Taylor, that album was good. Like when that album came out, I also had that in rotation. I feel like there were no like R&B artists actually in the category for me, and that was disappointing. So, and I love R&B music, so I was disappointed by that whole nomination category in itself.
Yeah, for me personally, I will say this because I know Bianca was just talking about R&B. I was happy. I don't care what anyone says, you guys. I listened to Chloe and Halle, and they did receive a couple of nominations. So I believe they actually got one for "Do It" as a single and "Ungodly Hour" as an album. So that was, I want to say, it was like for progressive R&B album of the year. You know how the Grammys do; they start adding all these little words to like try to differentiate, progressive R&B. No, like we are the R&B category, period. But neither here nor there. But I was happy to see that they got nominations. But yeah, the snubs were, I think Nikki had went online to say something. Obviously, I want to say Tiana's whole statement happened after, the nominations were released. So a lot of artists were in their feelings. It's all about, in my opinion, politics behind the scenes, and who the academies and who those people that make those ultimate decisions want to vote for. So
when it comes down to the Grammys are your exact reasons for when people say like, oh, why does it have to be like a Black Entertainment Awards or a Black Music Awards? Well, this is why, because it's just no type of, not even representation, just recognition of what these artists are doing. I know, for like an example, before like moving to Kansas City and just learning about new artists, I never personally like listened to like a J. Cole, but like somebody like that, I'm like, how are you not winning awards? Like your music is amazing. Like, it goes to show that just like sometimes we just don't even get the actual credit that we deserve. I know another artist that I've started listening to that I really like is Joyner Lucas, but you don't hear his name anywhere, but he's so talented. Like his music, just the storytelling and things like that, but we don't hear about that. Summer Walker is another one. Like, I don't understand how she did not win. Like, that is an album that you can listen to from start to finish. You can be in your feels. You can feel like, oh yeah, you know, I'm it. As you know, it just takes you through all that, and that's what music is supposed to do. And so the fact that they're just not even getting that credit for doing what they're supposed to be doing and doing it so well, it's just a slap in the face. I am very proud of Chloe and Halle. I feel like as someone who just has always watched YouTube more than TV, I have been listening to Chloe and Halle since their cover days. And I am just so proud of them, and so proud of them also just staying true to themselves too. Like you can tell, you know, they've definitely grown up, but that comes with it. But you can still see that, you know, they're able to keep their style and what they came in with. They're able to still keep that and still be recognized and given credit for their work.
Yeah, definitely. I was super excited to see artists like Lil Baby and Roddy Ricch get nominations, but then there were some people that were completely left out, and that really disappointed me. I'm personally looking forward to more award shows that's based off of streaming, which I feel like is more factual to what people are listening to. I think the award shows really should be based off of influence more than just what these big head music listeners who don't even really listen to our type of music have to say who is the best and who should be rewarded for their work. And it should be rewarded off of their actual body of work and not just one song that went viral. I mean, it's just super disappointing all the way around. And I think at this time, this is when we really should be supporting those like smaller award shows, be it the BET Awards or, you know, whatever other thing that they come out with, because we already knew that this is not inclusive for us. And I just personally feel like what Tyler Perry says, if they not giving you a seat at the table, you got to make your own.
Also, we got to support those things though. So if they do come up with a streaming award show or like the Soul Train Awards or things that we don't usually like chime in or tune in, we have to actually support them so that they do become staples in the culture, so that we do look at them as places where we can appreciate the recognition, and the recognition matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you guys have any other things to add? We really wanted to talk about the Keisha Cole and Ashanti verses today. We were all super excited to watch it. I personally am a fan of both artists, and I really wanted to hear those, you know, good old 2000 hits to bring me back to my middle school days. But unfortunately, Ashanti came down with COVID. And my main concern with that was, okay, you just got tested hours before the actual performance or, you know, the verses. How long you been walking around with COVID, sis?
Girl, because sis was coughing. She knew she ain't feel good. She was on that live. Girl, you knew you had something going on before you took that test.
I also think it's very interesting. I seen something that pretty much was like the main reason we started the verses was because of COVID. No one said like, let's turn this into like, let's show up at Magic City together, bring our teams. Like, I just kind of wished, like, why do we have to do so much? Like, why couldn't we just, you know, and I know it kind of came down to like, you know, the Teddy Rileys and his Wi-Fi and stuff, but it's still just like, why can't we, you know, maybe bring a team to make sure your Wi-Fi is good? But I think it just takes away, like, just to hear, like, because she didn't have COVID, which once again, like, I also seen somebody put that, like, Ashanti done been a couple places. So it's like, you know why you got COVID. Like, I don't know why people are so confused when they come down with COVID and you've been traveling and stuff. But it was just kind of disappointing that, like, once again, something's being canceled because of COVID, but this only came about because of COVID. So why do we have to make it a big thing to take away from what it actually is?
Well, you already said that Ashanti wasn't vocally talented in your opinion, so I'm sure she didn't think that she could give it up with COVID. That's all I'm saying.
Right. But I don't think Ashanti would have, you think she would have tried to really sing live? Like, I think she like just let the music play. Just let the music.
No, she would have tried to hit a beat, and she needed that beat to be right. That's why she can't do it with COVID.
Yeah. I was really proud of them for their little like live, this is a sisterhood and I wanted to be there to hug you, sis, and give you your flowers. Like, I was really proud of that because, sometimes Keisha can be a little, but Keisha handled it well. But Keisha also had that look on her face that I would have had, like, but I was ready. Like,
Keisha was ready, okay? My bitch was glammed up, looking good. I already seen her trying to come for the looks, okay? Keisha was in wardrobe like, ain't this about a bitch? But then she hopped on the live. It's cool, girl. But when she got off, she like, got my damn team ready. I was fucking ready. And then this bitch want to get COVID. It's okay, Keisha. I already know. January 9th, though. We gonna see y'all.
I don't know. To be honest with you guys, to Jazz's point, I agree. I feel like they definitely, because Versus started getting so much attention, so many accolades, that they tried to enhance it by now having locations and setting up this whole scene and this ambiance. But it's kind of like take it back to the basics if we need to, especially when media and reports have told us that the cases are higher now than they actually even were before when we first started this program. So I 100% agree.
Yeah. And it take it away from like, I don't know, like it was fun, like watching, like the first Verses when they was at home and and like, it was fun because it was like everybody at home. We all stuck at home, like, but we're getting this good entertainment. Like, it's not as fun anymore because it's like y'all together and it's not the same thing. But I was really proud because you guys know social media never lets us down. And even though the Verses didn't happen, they still came with the memes. They still came with the entertainment. And I seen one that said Keisha was ready. Ashanti had no intentions with that beanie on her head. And I'm like, but she didn't show up ready at all.
Because she knew, she just didn't know when to tell y'all that the Verses was canceled. She knew earlier that day that the Verses was canceled.
Even that morning, we not doing it.
I mean, we're judging Ashanti, but I feel like this is the overall same way most Americans been moving through COVID, doing whatever they want to, living their best life, not social distancing at all. She should have quarantined before the event. You know this is coming up. Go ahead and quarantine, sis, and make sure that you don't have anything just in case. But people not even quarantining anymore. It's just like, okay, y'all, let's get it together.
Yeah.
We're at an all-time high of exposure.
Well, Shanti wants you guys to know that she did not contract COVID from traveling. She actually contracted it from a family member who didn't know that they had it, that she hugged. She don't want y'all to be using that she was out here as the excuse for why she got COVID. She made like 3 different videos explaining this COVID situation to y'all.
But she was still out here because she was hugging aunties. That's not
I don't know.
We're still out here.
I don't know. Anyway, to be honest, right now, I feel like saying that you have COVID is honestly actually the default to get out of any situation. I would not be surprised if my homegirl just decided that, A, she didn't want to move forward with this as a business opportunity. I mean, people were kind of clowning both of them online. Maybe she was thinking, well, wait, I'm not about to be singing if we do this like this. Like, I am just going to be bopping to the music. So I don't even know if this is going to happen in January. I think Swiss and Timberland are going to give us some better matchups where we actually just forget about Ashanti and Keisha, and they might just have Keisha matched up with somebody else, but only time can tell.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you guys for joining us on another segment. Like I said, make sure that you are subscribing, getting notified, liking our content, and of course, sharing with everyone that you also think will enjoy us. And let us know below in the comments, who are you expecting to do a Versus? Who would you love to see go against each other? And let us know who are you super excited to see with their Grammy nominations, and also who you feel like should have been included but was unfortunately left out. We'll see you guys on another segment. Bye.